Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Food Podcast. I'm Mario Florio from NBC 10. This is a place where you can come to hear all about the great things happening on the local food scene, the wonderful restaurants we have, the local companies making delicious food products, the fun community events that highlight local cuisine. Joining me now is Jasmine Mendez, the owner of Thrive Cakery. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So tell me about your business. You are Latinx owned and LGBTQ, right?
Yes. And I've been baking for a long time. I've been baking for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got my start originally when I became a teen mom and I needed to make things happen. Mm-hmm. And so, at 16, there weren't a lot of career options. So I started working my craft, which was cheesecakes. And I sold cheesecakes. That's one of my biggest passions, is making cheesecake. And then, over time, life happens, and somehow I circle right back to it. So, and eventually started Thrive Cakery, which has been an amazing journey.
Yeah. So how long have you actually been around with Thrive Cakery now?
With Thrive Cakery, it's been about a year, almost a year and a half. Officially, it did start kind of as a passion project in 2020, which of course was a tough time for all of us.
Yes.
A lot of us learned to bake during that time. And then it kind of just evolved from there. And late 2021, I took the leap and decided to start my business. And so it's been amazing.
Wow, that's great. So tell us the kinds of, I know you said cheesecake is your passion. Do you still make cheesecakes?
I do still make cheesecakes from time to time. However, I really love food in general. So I'm a big foodie. All my friends ask me, where are we going to eat? And so, I know all the favorite spots. I'm always on the lookout for the newest food thing happening in Providence. And with Thrive Cakery, what I like to do is just take from the inspiration at the farmers markets or new products and things that I find and just create something fresh and delicious.
What kinds of things do you make? All different kinds of yummy desserts, I assume.
Oh yeah, last year was a cookie year. So the cookies really took off, and I have over 75 flavors. And I'm constantly just developing new things. But this year I want to take it in a different direction, and I want to make a variety of different products and not kind of just stay stuck in that cookie category. We have a lot of great cookiers in Providence and throughout Rhode Island. So I want to showcase the other things that I can do, including my brownie cups, which are to die for. And then we have cupcakes, and we have cake jars, and all kinds of pastries.
Yeah. You obviously, how hard is it? You love what you do, obviously. So it must be easy coming up with new things, because you're probably always just thinking, what can I experiment with next, huh?
Yeah, I live a very fluffy lifestyle, so I do find that it's easier for me to draw inspiration and be creative when it comes to food. And I love trying out new things in the kitchen. I mean, with that being said, it is hard work. It's a laborious job. Your back hurts, your feet hurt, and my hair is usually a mess. But it's worth it. It's worth it when I get to see the look on someone's face, that little sparkle in their eye when they first bite into something I've made, and they just give me that look like, you made this? And yeah, I did that.
That's a great feeling, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
How challenging was it to just bite the bullet and start your own business?
I think you're never really going to feel super ready. And so I just said, I'm going to just do it. I cashed out a small 401k and jumped in with both feet. And wow. I decided that this was worth exploring, to kind of really see what I can do, see how people respond to it, and do something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah. And what do you find the response has been to your products, to your delicious stuff, and the things that you make?
It's been overwhelmingly positive. I even have, clients that are, they're just super loyal. they're just super loyal, and they're waiting to see what the next menu is, and they want to come back every week. And if I miss a week at the flea, I get a chastising message on Instagram, a DM. It's like, where were you? I was there.
They were looking for you.
I was looking for you.
Yeah.
So this year, I am very much dedicated to the flea, so I will be there every Sunday. Without fail.
Yeah, for folks who don't know, the Providence Flea, it's pretty well known now, but that's, I know in the summer, every Sunday, it's along the water.
Yeah.
And then it's indoors.
It's indoors right now, so during the spring and the winter, it goes indoors to the Farm Fresh building, which you can find at 10 Sims Avenue. And I really love that location because there's plenty of free parking, and there are so many really great staples that are already in the building. So you've got things like, Wright's Dairy and Tallulah's Tacos and Anchor Toffee and New Harvest Coffee. So you can always grab a coffee and walk right over to my booth and get a nice dessert to go with it.
Very, very nice. And you must probably get along with all these other vendors that are kind of regulars there as well. You are like one big community, right?
Oh yeah, and all the vendors that know me there, they know I'm very collaborative, so I really believe in sharing the resources and no gatekeeping. We should all help each other as small business owners to try to just lift each other up and build a more closely knit community.
Now, as we record this, it's going to be coming up on Valentine's Day. So I know you had some special items for Valentine's Day. So tell us about some of the things. One of them is amazingly beautiful. It's a brownie tower.
Oh yeah, so I'm really excited about the Valentine's Day menu that includes the brownie tower that you've taken to, and that has just like a mountain of brownies. Definitely enough for a double date, I'd say.
It looks like it, definitely.
And then it's just drizzled with 3 different toppings. We have the cookie butter, and then we have Nutella and dulce de leche. It's accented with chocolate-covered strawberries, Ferrero Rocher, Biscoff sandwich cookies, and just super decadent and rich, and just feels luxe for Valentine's.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing. I'm gonna bite into a piece of it. It's hard to even decide where to pick at first, but
well, you've got a middle piece, so you're on the right track. I'm a sucker for a middle piece.
This is really good. And what's that on there? Is that the
That's the cookie butter.
the cookie butter?
Yeah, the Biscoff cookie butter.
I love that. So good.
Thank you.
And you have some great cupcakes. Tell us about those. You have a red velvet one.
I have a red velvet. It's filled with dulce de leche caramel, and then it's topped with a chocolate hazelnut buttercream. And we have the vanilla cupcake. You didn't get to try that one, but it's vanilla with a mixed berry compote for the filling, and a raspberry buttercream. And then the last one in the cupcake set is a chocolate cupcake with a cherry filling and a vanilla buttercream. And
they all sound amazing. I'm going to try the red velvet one because I love red. I've never had red velvet. I've had it as a cake before. I don't know if I've had it as a cupcake, though. This is so good. And what's the on top of this?
The chocolate hazelnut buttercream. Yeah.
That is so
And
good.
I'm definitely team real buttercream. You've got to use real butter, no shortening. That way you get the really silky mouth feel. It just melts in your mouth, right?
It totally just melts in my mouth, yes.
No greasy after feel, or
And you also have, these look amazing. What are these?
Those are the Oreo red velvet cookies. And so I add like a little touch of buttermilk in there, so you kind of really get that like a full balanced flavor. And like Oreo goes with everything.
Of course it does, yeah. It's really good.
And I like to soft bake my cookies so that just so you get a crisp edge, but that the center is really just soft and moist. Are you getting that?
Mm-hmm. That's actually, I was going to say, that's my favorite type of cookie, is that little bit of crunch on the outside, but soft on the inside. Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
Just a little bit of chew, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the chew. I love the chew.
It took me a while to develop that recipe, but once I was really proud of it.
Yeah.
And it, the people kept me on my toes, making more
and more.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think the number one last year was the guava and cheese, which is a take on my roots as a Puerto Rican woman. I grew up with, instead of charcuterie or those type of things at a party, we had a simple plate with a Ritz cracker, a piece of guava, and a piece of cheese, and just a toothpick through it if you were fancy.
And that was a fancy hors d'oeuvre.
And that was our hors d'oeuvres. And I thought, how could I make this into a cookie?
Yeah,
and
so you did it?
I did, and it ended up being number one. I have people who come by and buy them by the dozen.
So it's guava and cheese?
Guava and cheese. And the cheese is just cream cheese, but it really accentuates in the cookie. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's playful.
I can see. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my God, I'll have to try that next time, definitely. And then you have some beautiful strawberries that are covered in different things. What have you got?
Oh yeah, I love a crunch strawberry. So the strawberry crunch strawberry, we have the Oreo crunch and a red velvet crunch. And then we have some that are dipped in Ferrero Rocher chocolate. So you get the nice hazelnut, the chocolatey flavor, and then you're plain drizzled.
Yeah. I'm gonna try the strawberry here. That crunch is really good on top. And this is the strawberry crunch?
The strawberry crunch. So I coat it in white chocolate first, and then I roll it in the strawberry crunch topping. So you get that nice crisp, crack through the chocolate, and then nice delicate strawberry underneath.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So people want to, I know you said you're at the Flea every Sunday. Do you custom orders, private orders too? Can people order from you?
I do. And I've even done some corporate orders and orders for universities. So, I always encourage, if you have a large order or a custom order, to contact me either by DM or on Instagram, so thrive_cakery, or go to my website.
What's your website? Tell us.
Of course, it's a square site, so it's not going to be super easy.
That's okay.
It's thrive-cakery.square.site. But if you Google Thrive Cakery, it comes up.
It comes up.
Yeah.
So people will find it.
So you'll find it's usually the first hyperlink on the Google page, and you can find me there on my Contact Us page. You can find a form, super easy to fill out, and then I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Pretty good with my response time. And whatever's on the menu will usually also be updated on the website as well, and you can just order for pickup at the Flea.
That is great. Awesome. And I'm looking forward to seeing maybe what you have down the line in terms of coming up with new different combinations and creations. You're always constantly thinking.
Oh yeah. I'm always thinking, what would I want to eat?
That's probably the best way to do it, right?
Yeah.
What would you say is your most popular or best-selling item?
Besides the guava and cheese cookie, I would say my brownie cups. Brownie cups, which you see the brownies.
Yeah, the brownies.
Yeah, they're addictive.
They are so good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So that would probably be my number one, and the most requested topping on those is usually caramel and Biscoff cookie butter.
Yeah, that cookie butter is really good. Yeah. That's great. I wish you the best of success.
Thank you.
Obviously, you're passionate about what you do, which is great, which is why you are successful. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Jasmine, for coming in.
Thank you, Mario.
All right, so check out Thrive Cakery. Oh, she's got some amazing stuff that will definitely make you go, mmm.